So this is the type of breaking news that everybody has been waiting for. Why? Because this thing has power. This thing has authority. But beyond that, it's unimpeachable. The information inside of it, it wasn't produced by any party that is involved in all of this turmoil. Oh no, it comes from an outside party. You can see their letterhead at the top. The date range here too is important because it comes from the last year plus. So you're talking about something that's relatively new. But more than that, if you look at what's said here, $3.5 million, $3.5 million pledged in 2016. Yeah, you know that money that you told a court that you would actually supply? You know that money that you told the media that you did supply? Well, the check, it was never in the mail. Now, something that's really spicy out of that, and really think about this here too, is that $100,000 we know was an initial payment. Then it stops. Still, anonymous donor has been giving on behalf of that nameless party. You can see this in response to subpoena. This must be their document. We haven't had it all given to us yet. But yeah, you can see $500,000 made out to the CHLA. But again, this isn't coming from the nameless party. This isn't coming from that $7 million. Oh no, this is coming from outside. And the allegations that have been presented is that it's coming from Elon freaking Musk. Man, this stuff is good. Now, to give you an idea of how powerful this topic is, too, I'm sure you know about the chaos of the last few days. I'm not going to cover that at all. I don't cover things like that on my channel. But to give you an idea, you can imagine how amplified that topic has been on social media. Despite that, this thing here, it broke through. And it didn't just break through with one trending topic. No, it broke through with two. It had two hashtags come through. One hashtag talking about a certain nameless party's truthfulness, another hashtag saying that JD, he actually deserves justice. In my opinion, this thing, it's bigger than the voice leaks that we saw because again, this impeaches somebody's character. And remember, this very topic is one utilized to win UK 2020. Yeah, it's got to mean something on appeal. So hey there, folks, by the way, I hope you are having a pleasant afternoon, but more than that, I hope that 2021, it is treating you kindly. So first things first, let's discuss exactly what this is, and then we'll get the backdrop on it. And if you would, make sure you watch till the end and feed the algorithm too, like, comment, share, all of that stuff, because it gets this information out there. And this information, it is beyond important. It sets a record straight. Now, like I said at the beginning here, you look at the letterhead. The letterhead here is very, very important. Why? Because this is undeniable. You can't go in like they did with voice recordings and say, I meant X with this and not Y. You can't change the narrative of what this means. So the CHLA, they're responding to a subpoena here. This is part of the information they provide, but there's so much more information out there too. Now, if you look at this date here as well, this date is essential. Why? Because this narrative has been going on for quite some time. CHLA, they knew about this, and Adam Waldman, JD's representative, he's been asking for information about this since 2018. Basically, he got stonewalled for it until he put forward subpoenas, and now the subpoenas, they're getting answered. So this, I've redacted the name. I always use the nameless party. Thank you to the platform, by the way. But yes, Miss Nameless Party. You can see who's contacted on here too. You have redaction. Dear Nameless Party, I am following up on the correspondence that the CHLA received on August 26, 2016, which CHLA was notified by Edward White and Company that a $3.5 million pledged gift had been made in your honor. Now, you can see this, by the way, on their website. They talk about donors, and we have discussed this before. Essentially, when you pledge money, they put you up for a certain donor level, so that it's meant absolutely nothing. You've had the media turn to it time and again, saying that it meant something, but yeah, this proves that it meant absolutely nothing, because that name name. It came up from 2016 on. But if you look at that and you look at the rules, it's not listed as a lifetime donor, so you knew that that was never made. But continuing, in the correspondence, you can see in closure, it states, quote, the first of multiple scheduled installments to honor the full amount of, I redacted a name there, $3.5 million pledged gift. Now, that $3.5 million pledged gift first installment, by the way, that wasn't made by the nameless party. Oh no, that was made by JD, but JD got absolutely no credit for it. We would be talking about $100,000 that was given there too. That was very public. But again, the media, they were more than willing to give away the credit for it, because giving away somebody else's money, that actually, I guess, gives you credit for it. But again, JD paid that $100,000, not her. So she hasn't given anything when you get down to it. Since the first installment, it continues, CHLA has not, you notice that, not received further installments. So they haven't gotten any money whatsoever beyond that $100,000. Now this continues with the question, I'm inquiring if you have knowledge if the CHLA should expect further installments on your behalf or if the pledge will not be fulfilled. I appreciate any insights on this matter and can be reached, and they give contact information. Now, two things about this are really interesting. Number one, I would be asking that because of this 3-year gap here. But number two, remember, all of that money, it was paid by JD. And this organization, they actually gave him an award back when, I believe it was in 2006, because he helped raise $2.4 million, and they actually received that. So they've been sitting on the sideline. Even though this guy has directly helped them, he also paid that $100,000. Yeah, says plenty about the organization, doesn't it? Now let me ask you this too. If you know the backdrop of this, please let this video play all the way through. Why? Because this, it will feed the algorithm, get this information out to more people. You can see Adam Waldman talking about this backdrop here, though. I no longer have 7 million questions. I'm down to 3.5 million questions. Essentially, though, what happens is this. 2016, you have a high-profile breakup. If you haven't heard about that, by the way, welcome back from the moon. I hope you enjoyed your trip. No, but really, all of that money from the breakup, $7 million, it's supposed to go to 2 different charities. Those charities, as you see in this headline, are the ACLU and the CHLA. Both of them are supposed to receive $3.5 million each. And you know what? The media, they absolutely adore this narrative. After all, believe all hashtags. And this person, they're giving unimpeachable character because of all of this association. Now that idea, it carries power. We are talking about quite a bit of power too. You can see this in a statement from the UK trial of 2020. Quote, there are also, as I have shown, sometimes statements from third parties which do corroborate her. I had evidence as to what that nameless party had received as a result of a divorce settlement. I have explained that there was no expert evidence to compare those figures with what she would have otherwise been entitled to in California divorce law. The principal element of that settlement was the payment to her by Mr. Depp of US $7 million. That nameless party's evidence is that she'd been given that sum away to charity, was not challenged on behalf of Mr. Depp. It was challenged, by the way, but, well, that leads to a whole nother mess. But, and the joint statement issued by Mr. Depp and that nameless party as part of the deal point memorandum acknowledges that that was her intention. So she says she's going to give all of that away. That's very, very important, by the way. I recognize that there were other elements to the divorce settlement as well, but her donation of the $7 million to charity is hardly the act one would expect of a gold digger. Again, unimpeachable character. If she did this, then, well, she's a great person. Therefore, in this, it helps uphold the idea that 12 of 14 incidents transpired, but beyond that, that this person, they can be trusted and trusted fully. A funny thing, though, Adam Waldman, he doesn't believe all hashtags. No, he starts asking 7 million little questions, and the way he does it is with subpoenas. And man, a certain nameless Party, they don't like that. In fact, they fight it in court. It shut down once by a judge. They fight it again because they don't want it going forward. Judge gets annoyed, shoots it down again. And their defense of this idea, oh, it is spectacular. Why? Because they out and out tell you that they lied, but you cannot judge them from that. Listen to this, drink it in. Plaintiff argues that he wants to test the truth of defendant's public statements, but in Virginia, quote, specific incidents of conduct of a witness may not be used to attack or support credibility, and specific instances of conduct of a witness may not be provided by intrinsic evidence. Then they give this rule, and really drink this stuff in. This rule, it provides that impeaching the truthfulness of any witness can only be done by reputational proof and not by cluttering the record with evidence of specific instances of that prior witness lying or false behavior, and that admitting evidence of reputation formed as the result of a single instance is not proper. AKA, I lied about something, but you know what? You can't use that. You can't impeach my character. Again, believe all. Hashtags don't ask questions. Surprise, surprise, though, that it doesn't work out. You see subpoenas going out, and you see the response to that here. On December 11th, I served the foregoing document described as Children's Hospital, L.A., response to petitioner's subpoena. So, they responded to it. They gave the documents back to it, and ooh, those documents, they have been spicy. Now, you just saw some of that spice, but a really, really spicy tidbit, one we don't have the answers for, but it's alleged that this is Elon Musk here. We saw the $100,000 come in. We know who that came from because that was JD, but other money has been coming in from quote-unquote anonymous donors on behalf of. You can see one of those checks here, but you know who that's not from. It's not from the nameless party. It's not those $7 million. Essentially, that was 7 million little lies, and those 7 million little lies, they're getting exposed hardcore. But anyway, I hope you enjoy this stuff. This, like I said, is probably the biggest evidence that we've seen so far. There's going to be more of it. That's why this is the thing to watch. But yeah, let me know what you think about this. As always, too, I appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff possible. Can't say that enough. If you want to help out our channel, too, we have links in the description. This topic is not beloved by this platform, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. So, you want to help us continue our missive there? Yeah, you being here, that matters. If you want to go further, though, links in the description, including our luscious comic book. We'll be pulling that down soon, and we'll start fulfilling. But yes, anyway, appreciate the heck out of you. Again, you make it work. See you soon.